friends and vinyl community, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and I'm here to show you my June 2022 vinyl haul. Some real cool stuff this month, plus some good soundtracks, some more Japanese pressings, and a major grail at the end. So let's get started. We'll start with a new release. Only one new release this month that I picked up that's actually a new release. That was the new one from Arlo McKinley. If you don't know Arlo McKinley, he's very good country-ish, alt-country-ish sound, folk sound, good stuff. Has a great voice, reminds me a lot of maybe Jason Isbell as far as songwriting and style goes. So if you don't know him, check him out. This is his latest album, his third LP. This one's called The Mess We're In, and it's really good. Got the indie label version on the blood orange colored vinyl. All right, some soundtracks that I picked up. Here is one that's really cool. This is the score to the new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie from Music on Vinyls at the Movies label. Very good. I really enjoyed it. Comes on what they call Slimer green vinyl. Really enjoyed it, so check that out if you can. Not sure how limited this one is. Mine is number 612, but I did pick it up. I got it at my local record store and very happy with it. Very happy with it. I also picked up the soundtrack to the new Minions movie. This is the Rise of Gru. This one's pretty good as well. This is just straight black vinyl, but very cool. Haven't seen the movie yet. Probably will see it soon. Kids love the Minions movies. I think they're absolutely hilarious. So I got the album for that. Found this one while digging and thought I'd get this one. I think it's a really good movie. Love the soundtracks to these. This is the score to The Crimes of Grindelwald, which is part of the Fantastic Beasts series of movies. Standard black vinyl, but looking forward. I think it sounds great. Love the Harry Potter universe soundtracks. Picked this one up for my wife. This is one of her all-time favorite soundtracks. My Best Friend's Wedding. We haven't listened to this one yet, but it's got some great stuff on it. Really cool splatter type vinyl that it comes in, so excited for that one. And this is probably the soundtrack find of the month. I visited a new store that's located about 25 minutes from my house, and I have been meaning to stop in there to check it out. Haven't had a chance yet, and went through all their stuff, and this is the one I found, and I was super excited about it because you just don't see this in the wild anymore. It was released, I believe, in 2017. This is the soundtrack to the television miniseries It from Stephen King. Really, really cool, awesome cover. It comes on red, blue, and yellow vinyl, and just really an awesome, awesome TV soundtrack, or score, I should say. It was fun listening, great press. This one's from Waxworks Records. They did an excellent job with that. And one Christmas album that I picked up this month, this is one I've been wanting for a while, and I saw that it dropped in price, so I jumped on it. This is Chet Atkins with Christmas with Chet Atkins. Fantastic guitar renditions of classic Christmas songs. It's just one I really wanted. I really dig Chet Atkins' guitar playing, and so yeah, his sound is fantastic, so happy to pick that up. All right, let's get into some Japanese presses. I picked up quite a few this month. Super excited about them. We'll start with my favorite band, AC/DC, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Sweet Obi on there. Very excited to pick that up. I also picked up Victory by the Jacksons. Definitely not one of their best albums. It was the final one with Michael in the band, and the second to last one overall, I believe. And you could tell Michael wasn't really into this. Thriller had just taken off at the time of this, but he felt obligated to do one last tour and album with his brothers before really going solo, and then basically having them come on his shows every once in a while. So this was it. It has Mick Jagger on here with State of Shock, which was a single that they released on this. But overall, it's not the best Jackson's album. There's some highlights on there, but Michael isn't featured as prominently in this one as he is in most of the other Jackson's albums. but still a really cool piece to find. It wasn't very expensive, so I decided to go ahead and pick that up. This one I'm really excited about. This is an album I've been trying to get anyway, just finding a US press, and this Japanese press came up for availability, and I jumped on it. Great White's self-titled album. This has a lot of the stuff that they released on their EP, which had a vinyl release, and I showed it in a couple months ago. But yes, very good. Japanese pressing, sounds fantastic. Embossed cover, really excited to have that one. Next up, this is one I've been looking for quite a while because it's sentimental value to me. I've mentioned it before. This is Eric Clapton's Behind the Sun album. Super excited to have the Japanese pressing. This sounds incredible. Very good. Really, really happy with that one as well. Picked this one up recently and super excited. This one completes the early years of my Michael Jackson needs. This is Off the Wall with Obi strip here, Japanese pressing, really cool. Got the whole Michael Jackson there. So now I have Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad all in Japanese pressings, and they all sound absolutely fantastic. I was super excited when this one popped up and I was able to get a copy of it. This is Cinderella's Night Songs. Love Cinderella. It's an excellent album, and super excited when I saw this come up for sale and jumped on it right away. So Cinderella Night Songs. And last of the Japanese pressings, this is pretty cool. I did not get the MoFi version of this one, and only because it wasn't one of my top albums from them, but I still really enjoy this album. And so when the Japanese pressing came up and the price was absolutely beautiful, I decided to grab it. This is Dire Straits Communique. Sounds super, super good. I don't know how it compares to the Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab version of it, but to my ears, this sounds absolutely fantastic, and super excited to have that. All right, some other things. This was these next two albums were a pre-order that I did, and they finally came in. They were scheduled to come in June. They came in June, and I'm pumped about it. This is Union. Union was a band formed by John Corabi, who took over for Vince Neil for the one album in Motley Crue, and Bruce Kulick, who was the guitar player for Kiss in the late 80s, early 90s, up until the reunion happened with Ace and Peter, and he left the band after that, and this was their band that they formed together. It's first time released, I believe, on vinyl. This one comes on gray. This is the self-titled album. And then this is the second album that they put out in the final album. This is called The Blue Room from Union, of course, coming on blue vinyl. And these sound absolutely fantastic. This was done by Deco Entertainment, who put this out. And yeah, very cool. I don't know if any of these are still available. I believe that they sold out, but they're awesome if you like those two artists. It's a great collaboration between them. And speaking of collaborations, I finally picked up the latest from Melody Gardot. This is her with Philip Powell. Very beautiful, very nice, soft jazz album. You know, my wife and I listened to this over dinner one night, and we both just really thoroughly enjoyed it. Half the album is in French, and the other half in English, but still very, very enjoyable album. Finally picked this up on recommendation from a couple of people that I know in the vinyl community, and this is a country singer named Cody Johnson. This is his album Human, the double album, and it is really, really good. Before, this was available only, I think, on his website, but I saw this come up on Amazon and jumped on it there when it became available, and it is fantastic. Recommended. Speaking of country music, I bought this album because this is the album that he had out when I actually saw him play live. Back when I was in a band, we played at a Moondance Jam and Country Fest, which is one of those country festivals that go around, and Moondance has a rock and a country fest every year. Our duo would be brought in to play the side bars during that, and he was one of the main events on the main stage. This is Thomas Rhett, and the album is It Goes Like This. This is a really, really good album, and I really enjoyed when I saw him play. Chet Atkins' son, if you don't know. Very good songwriter, and this is just real good. It's the only one of his that I know and I've got, but really enjoy it. Next up, this one went up and dropped in price by a ton. I saw it in the Amazon warehouse, and it said something about possible damage to it. I got it in the mail, and there is zero damage to this at all. It was in excellent shape. This is Slash with Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators, a Livin' the Dream tour album, live album from Slash and the Boys, and it's really awesome. And so I was super pumped to get this. Great set on this, red vinyl, and yeah, I mean, I paid less than half the normal price for that because someone had returned it and there was really no damage to it at all. This one I picked up at Target because it has all the songs I like on it by this band, Third Eye Blind, a collection. This was released, I think, originally around 2006 or something like that, and they put it out now on vinyl, and it comes on this, that's an orange color there to match the cover, and it sounds absolutely great. So this was done by, I want to say that Rhino did this. They did a fantastic job on it. This was also in the warehouse, and I thought, you know, what the hell? It's one of my favorite albums from Roy Orbison, and I decided to just pick it up even though I already have a copy. This is Roy Orbison's Mystery Girl, and this is the deluxe version. So it has some demos on here and some alternate cuts of some of the tracks on here. So I thought, why not? I'd give that a shot. It sounds great. This one, you know, is damaged. You got, you know, creases all over the cover. So the cover's a little beat up, but the records are perfect. And so happy to put that into my collection as well. I bought this one. This one is the final piece that I was missing in my Megadeth vinyl collection. It is an unofficial press of it, a bootleg press, whatever you want to count it, counterfeit. But it doesn't sound like Dave wants to put this out on vinyl ever. So this may be the only way to get it on vinyl. Sounds really good. So this is Megadeth Risk, one of their panned albums, I should say, if people don't like it a lot. I think it's great. It's definitely not your typical Megadeth album. It's not metal. It's more of a hard rock album with some really interesting stuff on it. But I like it. I think it's good. It's just not what you'd expect from Megadeth. This is part I got when Target was having a big vinyl sale, and things were way discounted, and this was included in that. This is the Beatles ones. I've wanted this for a while, but the price is like almost $50 for this normally. And so when it dropped to, I think it was $26 or something like that, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. It sounds great. There are different mixes on here from the originals, and I think they sound absolutely fantastic. This sounds awesome. So 27 songs, all #1 songs for the Beatles. And this is, I believe, 3 LPs, and just real great. I'm glad I picked that up. This is a reissue that finally came out, and don't know what took so long for them to put this out, but it did come out. It sounds really good. This is Faster Pussycats' Whipped album. It has the hits on Nonstop to Nowhere. Comes on this creamy, clear vinyl, and sounds really good. They did a great job with this. This one was Real Gone Music who put this out. Fantastic job. Super excited to have that in my collection now. Here is one of the grails I've been looking for. I really wanted the music on vinyl version, but it just keeps getting harder and harder to find. So this is the original press from the Korean pressing. This is Extreme's 3 sides to every story. Really fantastic Extreme album. It's a double album, and they put it on 2 vinyl records, and it sounds killer. I can't imagine what the MOV sounds like, because this sounds really good. One of the best produced albums that they did, and just fantastic songs in here. So super excited to finally get my hands on that. And last but certainly not least, this is a big grail of mine. I recently had played this version of the album. This is the 2008 Capitol reissue. And as I was playing it, I realized that it sounds like garbage. just not a very good pressing. It's muddy. It just doesn't sound good. So that put me on a quest to find original pressing, and somehow, some way, that same day, I found one at a reasonable price. It had listed it as a VG Plus album, and I had questioned why it was rated that, and he said there's a mark on disc 1, sent me pictures. It is a complete non-feeler, so I now picked up an original pressing of Megadeth's Peace Sells, but who's buying? I am super pumped about this. This literally just came in 2 days ago. It's just been cleaned. It's going on the turntable today. I cannot wait to hear the difference between that muddy 2008 Capitol reissue and this original press, which looks absolutely great, minus a little mark on the disc, but again, a non-feeler mark shouldn't impact the play at all. So there you have it. That is my, hey guys, Brian popping in again. 2 things I completely forgot because I left them in the other room. Also picked up Billy Joel's Stormfront, the 50-year anniversary of Billy Joel, and Walmart exclusive that came on the, it's supposed to be red, more looks like more of a purpley red vinyl. One thing, this is one of my favorite Billy Joel albums. I have a Venezuelan press. It's a little quiet, so I thought I'd try this one out and see how it compares. And so I picked that up recently. And then, of course, Scream box set. I had Scream 1 already on vinyl, but I sold that one so I could buy this one. This is Scream 1 through 4. It's a pretty cool little package. Comes with Scream 1. All of them come on this blood red vinyl. Scream 2, Scream 3, and Scream 4. The packaging is pretty cool. Comes like this, and you open it up. There's some interesting stuff on the inside, but the coolest part is you open it all the way and it makes a ghost face. So a pretty unique packaging. I think they did a good job with that. So Scream box set. Sorry about that. Now back to the video. June vinyl haul. Super excited with everything I picked up. I got another grail or 2 coming in the mail, possibly today or even in the next day or 2. Super excited about that. That'll be in my next August video. But this was an awesome month for picking up some cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep spinning, vinyl friends.